Thanks, Gregor. Afternoon, Andrew. I know you played on a lot of different lines this year. What are the benefits to being reunited with guys you played a lot with during the stretch run here for these final 6 games?
Yeah, I mean, very comfortable with each other. I think kind of had a good thing going for a while now. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'm used to the line changes especially from the last 2 years. So, but two guys I'm definitely comfortable playing with, and hopefully we can kind of pick up where we left off.
We're next to Jeff Hamilton from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Jeff.
Andrew, obviously knowing Adam well and knowing what he brings to this team, what is his injection in the lineup going to mean for you guys when he eventually gets back in?
Yeah, a lot. I think it's just big and strong. Kind of changes the way we look, changes the way we run the bench, matchup wise. Heavy, hard. I mean, gives us that added toughness. He's definitely a unique player on our team. Good at PK, good on draws. So yeah, I think everyone's going to be happy to have him back in the lineup for sure.
Go next to Kelly Moore from 680 CJOB. Go ahead, Kelly.
Hey, Andrew, speaking of the PK, and I'm sure you guys have gone over it on the video, a couple of times it looks like the screen has really been effective for opponents for you. So from that perspective, do you need to remove the screen who's setting up and taking the eyes away from Connor, or do you need to prevent the originating of the shot rather to prevent that from getting through? Like, what are some of the things you're seeing on the penalty kill that you need to improve in going forward here?
I mean, the Edmonton game, Nugent Hopkins one hits off DeMello's leg and goes in. He's in the lane. The Barry one, I'm in the lane. The lane's bigger than I am, and he picks a corner. The one Suzuki fans on in the slot and kind of like goes through my legs, and Armia finds it and kind of squeezes it through. The other one, Suzuki hits my stick. So I don't know. I think it's just kind of when it rains, it pours right now. I mean, obviously we got to sharpen a few things up. The screen in front is kind of tough to remove because then a D is worried about that, and then seams open up behind it. So that's kind of a tough one to have, like a D just worried about moving the net front guy out of the way. And the way teams can move the puck now, it's, you're moving side to side, so you might think you're pushing them out of a shooting lane, but really you're pushing it into a shooting lane. So we got confidence in Bucky and LB that they'll find that lane. We just got to kind of dictate a little bit better up top and kind of prevent the one-timer from going on.
Go next to Murad Atesh from The Athletic. Go ahead, Murad.
Thanks, Gregor. Hi, Andrew. Adam just sort of calmly dissected the Montreal game, saying that, there's a lot of shot volume, sure, but a lot of it's from outside the dots, and there weren't a lot of those, backdoor odd man rush type plays. So there's like a sensation, I guess, that the type of chance is getting better, and it's, the system systemically is improving. I'm wondering what you can expect from Ottawa's game in terms of a style and how that fits into the improvements that hopefully you guys are seeing.
Well, I mean, I think Ottawa definitely puts a lot of pucks to the net. I think their shot clock kind of shows that a lot of nights. I mean, I think they've outshot us some nights for sure, and the quality of their chance was not very good. So, but with that said, we got to be really aware of, where guys are for rebounds and getting pucks to the net and making sure that we're clearing out so Bucky and LB can see those shots and make them easy saves. So they're definitely a high volume team. We're gonna have to sort out the front of our net, and then once that puck goes into the corner, it goes behind the net. We got to make sure that we're the first ones on it, support the puck on the way out, and that's kind of how we're gonna break out against this team. So kind of a similar type of offensive strategy from Montreal to Ottawa.
Go next to Scott Billick from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Scott.
Thanks, Gregor, and good afternoon, Andrew. Curious, when it comes to momentum, it obviously players talk about it during winning streaks and even during games and stuff like that. When the lack of it's there during a losing streak, how does that kind of affect a team negatively or positively, anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think the hardest part about it is when one thing goes wrong, you feel like it's everything's kind of adding up, you feel like the momentum is rising against you and you're almost overwhelmed sometimes. I think when you're in something like this, you have to really fight to not mentally break when something doesn't go your way. So when adversity does come, and it's inevitably going to come in a game, no matter what, you're up 2-0, whatever, a penalty comes, you have to kill that off, because they score, then, okay, they got the momentum a little bit. It's like, okay, here it comes, kind of thing, when you're in a losing streak like that. So you just really got to concentrate on staying positive, picking each other up after any sort of small mistake, making sure guys know when they made a half decent play to a good play, and try and, really kind of rally around each other and create a positive atmosphere, because that's what helps when adversity hits, and adversity is inevitably going to hit, especially when, something that you not even notice before, when you're playing well or when you're in a winning streak of adversity changes the scope of a small thing can change into a large thing when you're losing. So I think just handling any adversity mentally and physically with just kind of rallying around each other, it's kind of the calling card at the end of the day.
And final question to Jeff Hamilton from the Free Press. Go ahead, Jeff.
Thanks, Gregor. Andrew, Paul Maurice said earlier, when teams go on these kind of losing streaks, something he looks for is that that the team isn't having like 2 or 3 guy meetings, that everyone seems to be a big part of this. And I'm kind of curious that you obviously have the leadership group designated by the letters on the jerseys, but you have other guys in that room who are really important to leadership, yourself included, guys like Adam Lowry, other guys that, are leaders on this team. How much does that help that maybe the leadership group has matured over years to help you kind of get through these instances where you're trying to get out of something that's not working?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really important to have, 5, 8, 10 guys that feel confident enough that, maybe they could even be wearing a letter, you know what I mean? So it's not always on, Wheel Scheifer, JMO to try and have a meeting, or have to be the ones talking, or have to kind of be the ones to right the ship. It's not all on them. And I think that having the group that we've had here for, a little while now, and everyone kind of feels comfortable and where they're at, I think is a huge part. So, and it's ownership of the team too, like everyone feels like they have a piece, and, when we win, everyone had a piece, and when we lose, everyone has a piece of the loss in them. So they're taking it to heart, and they're taking it, in a way, it's like, you know what, even if I had, whoever has 2 points in that game, I had 2 points, I'm not really worried about it. It's like everyone has ownership of a loss, and everyone has ownership of winning, even if they're -2. So I think that's an important part of our team. And I think that has come with experience and maturity. And, it's something that we're going to have to rely on down the stretch here.